Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from the host Imperial Dane, featuring today a 1 vs 1 on a Pripyat. Yes, indeed, Pripyat, and a great and big. Well, that's the same, but either way, apology because of the very, very late hour this is going to be going up in. You might be asking yourself, why is that happening, Dane? Well, thing is, apparently without me knowing it, I'd managed to turn off the microphone. And so I had recorded an hour-long episode, processed it, and only discovered it afterwards when I was trying to play a game with a friend and he couldn't hear me. So, yeah, that's quite embarrassing. But nothing to do but do what you're supposed to do. So I have to work up with a slightly shorter episode, which one I've watched through, in fact, featuring Apfelsaft fighting for the Soviet Union for the 10th Tank Corps, going up against IncredibleFahu of the 18th Panzer Grenadiers. Yes, I believe we already featured Apfelsaft, but again, I had to do something not nearly an hour long, and, well, that's it, because it's already midnight here, and, well, I'm definitely not going to cut an episode, so that, of course, means seeing it at midnight, and, of course, it also means, having to cut some corners, otherwise it's going to be absolutely absurd. But we are seeing some aggressive play here by Apfelsaft. We're also knowing how he's wiring off the central bridge, or the central pathway towards the centre. Second squad of conscript Nikki arriving there, another squad moving up there. Grenadiers arriving for the IncredibleFahu. Shall he finally be remotely incredible, or shall he continue to shine through his lack of incredibility? Grenadiers on the southern bound path. We're also noting guard motor, guard rifle combined, and shock rifle tactics here for Apfelsaft for his current doctrinal choices. Pioneers heading southwards. And we are also noting, of course, that Apfelsaft is actually spreading out. He's not so much focusing on a certain part of the map. He's, of course, going to spread out, find the weakness, the cracks in the Soviet front lines, of course, immediately set about exploiting them. At least that's what I hope he will be doing. And now what's happening here? We're seeing IncredibleFahu wiring off something. He's probably not seen this, of course, but it's sort of funny, one player wiring off one bridge, the other wiring off the other, almost like Looney Tunes, These fascists will never see it coming. These dumme Kommunisten will never see it coming, yeah. And then, of course, either way, they sort of realise the other's wiring off and, shit. But, of course, it also reveals something interesting. It rather says something, because I'm pretty sure that Fahu hasn't noticed this. Certainly because the MG42 is a bit too late about that, but it shows, how the German player wants to cover off the flanks, whereas the Soviet player wants to cover off the direct path. So, of course, right there, rather interesting. Tell about the two players, how they perceive things, and probably also says something about the two sides. And, I mean, you can actually tell a lot of things just by these small things. Again, why a player's been off, you can either tell, what a player actually wants to do and wants the other guy not to do. Pioneers heading south, Grenadiers moving in there, and there we go. Companies running straight into the MG42, unleashing a hailstorm of lead, dropping poor Boris in the middle of everything.
Red Army at your service. Soviet territory reclaimed.
And a quick Molotov up for Apfelsaft, in fact. But also we see here that he's already taken up pretty quickly. Rifle grenade almost wipes out the entire conscript squad. An absolutely well-laid rifle grenade from the IncredibleFahu, laden with something quite potent.
Shoot back, comrade!
Possibly weaponized plutonium for all I know. Grenadiers here up in the north, on the other hand, doing less well against the conscripts, pulling back towards here, and Fahu needs to cut this one if he actually wants to have some sort of chance of finding there reasonably. A second pioneer squad popping out for Fahu. Of course, he's probably not going to want to retreat though, so those are going to be used to set up a building. Another rifle grenade going off, and well timed, actually able to cap the advancing conscripts. Well done, but at the same time the Grenadiers will have to cover the entire flank of this MG42 as Apfelsaft pushes another relentless, remorseless assault. And there we go, the conscripts make it up, but the Grenadiers and the support gunners of the MG40 do their best.
What do you have for us?
Can they make it? And there we go, looks like a retreat from the IncredibleFahu. No, he's pulling back the MG42. Blimey. Grenadiers moving up the southern route. And there we go, like to make a nice company up for the IncredibleFahu. And there we go, the conscripts are on the run from the long arm of the German law. And Grenadiers moving up, they are getting caught in the middle of the river. Stream by the conscripts. Grenadiers might want to reconsider being there. And there we go, another rifle grenade. Fahu is quite eager on those, but in this case that was probably less well considered and ended up doing pretty much nothing except forcing the Russians to jump position, which I don't think is worth 20 munitions. Pioneers bring up to support, and poor Fritz dies as soon as he crosses the stream. Scout car popping out, so Apfelsaft focusing very quickly on getting it out. Molotov against the Grenadiers, but looks like Fridolin dodges. Scout car going to go up to support. Another rifle grenade. Fahu being quite eager, but again not doing quite so much with this one. But clearly Fahu knows a thing or two about rifle grenades, and he also knows a thing or two about retreating in time in this case. Well done, well done. Good sir. Conscripts up north going to engage by the 2nd Pioneer Squad. Nothing out of the light mechanized company out for Fahu. Nothing for the 18th Panzer Grenadier Division to so far take advantage of. Field hospital up. And there go the Pioneers. Move up close to the conscripts. Molotov loft, but the Pioneers are not to be stopped. Some of the best troops, well these will technically not be it, but generally Pioneers were considered to be actually a divisional elite unit. And certainly any sort of army Pioneers for the more assault parts would have been considered that. Of course, they also had Pioneers basically for building stuff. They were called Baupionieren, which they could have called these, but otherwise actual Pioneers were proper assault troops of a quite heavy caliber. And there we go, a German scout car up. Die leichte Panzerspähwagen 221 or 221 being more honest probably. Moving up like we're going to do with that scout car in a brutal and remorseless fashion. Firing away there. Grenadiers following up with a light machine gun. MG-42 here continuing to hold that area. It looks like we are seeing Fahu going for the fuel point. Fahu actually holding most of the map so far, doing quite nicely in that regard. But of course the Soviet scout car might be able to shift the tides towards the Rodina. And the north, the Pioneers are pushed away by a faithful conscript assault. And we're seeing a heavy mortar squad arriving right there, having gone Guards motor. The 120mm mortar arrives, pushed forward by stout Soviet yeomen. Grenadiers looks like they might try to get that scout car, but they have to be careful. They will be subjected to heavy fire and actual fire. There we go though. At the same time, this German scout car has been upgraded to the 222. And there we go, the scout car went down. And the scout car member reporting that he's burning as his scout car bursts into flames. A most perceptive man. He shall be a great loss to the Soviet Union. Troops are enforcing. Panzer Grenadier Squad arriving there for Fahu. Pioneers moving up, and already one goes down to the Soviet support mortar crewmen who are not busy manning the mortar tube. There we go, very nice explosion there from the mortar. MG-42 sitting up, but getting a bit too close. Fahu made a considerable mistake there. Although German scout car could be there, but no, the MG actually catches the conscript. Scout car arrives and they get pinned. Absolutely bleeding close right there. More conscripts arriving. Anti-tank grenades. Every single upgrade up for Apfelsaft at the moment for his conscripts. At least every one considerable non-doctrinal upgrade, that is. Of course, doctrines would have provided more, and oh dear, that heavy mortar really took out the stuffing of this heavy machine gun crew. We are in fact seeing Fahu being forced away now. Fahu's actually losing most of his territory, which is quite a shame for him, for Germany, but not so much for the Russians.
You have orders?
Of course, the question is what will happen now. It looks like another combat engineer squad. The others have been lost to the fires and ravages of war.
Engineers ready for assignment. Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Ready!
And this was never the most, well, effective or best of the German scout cars, and they basically tried to replace it with a lot of things. They had the heavier ones, which you know partly as the upgrade of the Puma. They had reconnaissance tanks, and basically they ended up replacing it with a half-track, which had been mounted with this auto cannon on top. So fun little fact there. But the problem with this one was it was pretty much rubbish off the roads, which rather makes it limited at reconnaissance, in particular on the Eastern Front, where the Soviet road system wasn't exactly infamous for being considerable of high quality. Popping out Fahu though, who has gone by the looks of it for the Jaeger armor. You know, I feel like there's something repeating here, a pattern of some sort.
Yes?
Already though, 9 kills on the heavy mortar, and I mean, it's basically just had a slightly slower firing time, but that doesn't stop it from being effective. And there we go, the German scout car advances with full fervor, but there we go, anti-tank grenade! Damages the engine block. And a mechanized armor company going up for Apfelsaft, not a huge, vast surprise. Quite a few Panzer gunners though for Fahu. You could consider getting some Raketenpanzerbüchse up. But he pulls the assault off MG42, and oh dear, he's going to have to be careful as it's going to be under the aegis of the 120mm mortar. There we go, first round goes off. Bund grenade only blows up boxes, but not bodies. And there we go, the conscript turning in, well, getting torn into by the Panzermen. His second mortar round fails to do nothing but blast the dirt into the atmosphere. Panzermen making their run for the conscripts, and they've got a quick Molotov. Didn't catch anyone on fire, and there we go, mortar round hit. Fails to hit again, and now the mortar is actually quite exposed to an assault by the scout car. And again another push up from Fahu here. He's being very aggressive himself, trying to hit the flanks of Apfelsaft. That's actually quite nice. But of course at the same time this is a slightly perilous route. Scout car, veterans who won. Oh, got the combat engineers. Well done, Schützen indeed. Well done, Schützen indeed. And there we go, heavy mortar on the run from the leichte Panzerschwebwagen. More conscripts rushing up, sniper teams out. Soviets had quite a dedication on snipers, in fact. They were one of the few armies to actually retain some greater skill into it. Some armies didn't have it, for example like the Americans. The Germans sort of neglected it after World War I. I believe the British and the Canadians actually put some effort into it as well. The Germans though were quick to catch on, the Americans less so. Grenadiers though need to get out of there. Grenadiers need to get out of there. Scout car once more suffering heavily. And will the Grenadiers be able to escape the wrath of the Soviet Heckenschütze? Also floating out of resources, Fahu, come on, you're better than that. Oh dear. The scout car is a smouldering ruin in the lake. And Panzer is catching on fire. This is going very poorly for Fahu. All of a sudden he's just lost several units. Need to be careful, Fahu. You're suffering too much. Too much. Come on, retreat the Panzer Grenadiers, Fahu.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
And build some stuff, for goodness sake. For someone who claims to be incredible, your unit preservation seems to be going down incredibly fast after the first few minutes. Troops reinforcing. But we do see that he's actually managed to push back Apfelsaft to his base, of course, in that sense he's at least doing something right. He's certainly keeping Apfelsaft on his toes, and he's certainly doing a lot of damage. He's also constantly trying to attack from different angles, which is great. He's also being a bit clever with his MG42 right there. Conscript veterans who running straight into the MG42 and are quickly pushed away by a swift salvo. And there we go, another score, and finally getting something, a support armor corps. Although with all those resources, he could in theory have taken straight on to the heavy panzer corps and say gotten something like a Brumba, in which case Apfelsaft might have been doing considerably less well. But still, doctrinally, I really don't get the choice, and so far he's used nothing of it. Let's see if Fahu actually manages something this time around. There's a rather get a grim reminder of a previous match. And note, I haven't watched this through entirely, so I actually don't know how this will end up. If it was to make a guess on previous performances by Fahu, well, I'm sure you can follow my line of thinking. In particular, when that also involves previous experiences with Jägerama in 1 vs 1. Making an assault there, another rifle grenade. I mean, Fahu actually shows some skill with it, but the rest less so. And needs to be careful with the grenadiers. There's sniper, there's an SU-85. Oh dear, he might lose the veterans who grenadiers and the light machine gun. Panzer gun is advancing. Not sure why Fahu is doing that. Like that indeed. Need to be forcing. Panzer IV on the way. Also fight down here. At least he's upgraded all of his grenadiers with light machine guns. That is good. Turning into the conscripts here. Which could threaten to end the life of Apfelsaft. Conscript Nikki. Trying to take a point here in front of the H-85. Be careful, he can actually do some nasty things. And there we go. Conscript squad could be lost, could be lost, could be lost. Come on, get them out of there. Down to 1 Panzer Grenadier. And Heinz is running like the wind. Holding an SGG-44, which the wind usually doesn't. Oh, mine went off! That man is one of the luckiest men in the German army. Ooh, S-mines. Well done there, Fahu. That was definitely not a bad idea. The Panzerkampfwagen 4 has arrived.
Reinforcements complete.
And now he's actually teched up. Seems a bit schizophrenic there, Fahu. Should have done that earlier then and not built the support armor core and all that. Just saying. Still, he's so far keeping Apfelsaft contained, but at heavy loss. Now, don't send in the grenadiers with little health. Veteran 2 and a light machine gun. That's just begging to lose it. Panzer's moving in there. Mortar. Oh dear, Fahu, you really hadn't fought that one through. Panzer goes up north, losing as well, and forced retreat. This could end up very, very, very poorly for the grenadiers. And there we go, another man down. Oh, Fahu, you klutz. Can he make it? Panzer IV arriving, but at the same time he needs to quickly move up on the flank of the H-85. Move, schnell. 2 snipers, by the way, out for Apfelsaft. No, don't move it into the tree line. Don't move it into the poor territory to move a tank in. That was not really a good display of how to move a tank. You usually don't move it into where it's hard to move it in front of a tank destroyer. That's usually considered a big no-no. And still upgrading with spotting scopes. Panzerfaust at the least. Panzerfaust. Pulling it back. Troops need to reinforce. There you go, Panzerfaust successfully connects, but at the same time, Grenadiers within range of snipers need to retreat. More S-mines going off. This is going to get very, very unpleasant. Apfelsaft is making a slow but steady return.
Panzer Grenadiers.
Fahu seems to be paralyzed, but there we go. Do see the heavy Panzer Corps up. Could be calling in a Panther anytime soon. He could also be calling in a Sturmpanzer IV. Rarely seen, but certainly not ineffective if you know how to use it. Doesn't care about that. He just wants the Panzerkampfwagen 5, called in from a nearby SS Panzer division in this case, likely. Just imagining it is. All a bit quiet, all a bit quiet. I'm also going to be slightly dropping over the mid-game analysis. Again, time. And he's setting up, but within range of the snipers. Perhaps not the best idea, Fahu. And now retreating it. Ooh, S-mine's going. Oh, got the snipers. Both snipers miss.
This is now German.
Ready for orders.
Panzer IV receiving repairs. Will the snipers advance? Will they tempt fate and German ingenuity? These Grenadiers need to, on the other hand, get out of there. Those are veteran C3 conscripts. And they're still low on health.
You have orders?
Fahu does really seem to be like, right now, tempting fate. Grenades!
The territory is out of contact.
Molotov and the Grenadiers, get them out of there, Fahu! Show some concern for your men!
I felt that one go right by me!
There we go, Panzerkampfwagen 5. Panzer.
Who wants a Panzerschreck?
Powerful tank. Though of course with its own flaws. Pioneers need to get out of there.
Using the sector.
Mortar round almost knocked something out. In particular the early Panthers. Panthers had some rather serious flaws, including one where if it tipped to a certain angle, the engine would burst into flames. Which is generally considered a bit of a no-no, plus they were really, really unreliable, required a lot of maintenance. Which was a bit of a bother for some of the divisions which actually received it. Including the Nordland Panzergrenadier SS division, which received a battalion of them. Oh, another S minefield perhaps? No. Apparently not. That was the Guards infantry making a run through it. Popping out to Apfelsaft. Panther moving out. Panther 4 getting slowly hunted. Will the Panther make it in time? Grenade against the Panzer Grenadiers. Almost getting them. Guards infantry take losses. Can the Panther save the Panther 4? Doesn't look like it. Panther needs to hurry at the very least. And there we go. Panther 4 down. Grenadiers need to retreat. Come on, Fahu. Unit preservation. You seem to have an idea of it previously. Achterlieber. Now the Panther is on its way. Grenadiers wiped out by the snipers. And there we go. HU-85 is more troubled by the Panther. The Panther's front armor can actually bounce those shots. And certainly it's one way to try and deal with it. But keep moving, keep moving. Don't stop up. Be careful about heading too far. Oh, Veterans 2. Try to flank, try to flank. There we go. Don't expose the rear armor, don't expose the side armor, don't expose the side armor. The Panther had poor side armor. There we go, but Panther needs to get back now. He needs to get out of there, Fahu. You do not want the Panther hanging about there. In particular, since I mentioned there's 3 conscripts nearby. Come on, get the Panther out there, get some infantry up to support it. There we go. Damaged engine. MG and Panzer is down south, finding the conscript right there. Apfelsaft troops suffering. We could see a squad lost. And there we go. Now, question is, can Fahu get something up to repair that? Come on, Fahu, save your Panther. The Fasterland demands it.
Man down! Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
And of course, the guys actually, for which the tanks belong, also want it back in one piece. Believe it or not. Come on, get the Pioneers repairing. Come on, Fahu, it can't be that difficult. Another H-85 on the way. Still Fahu keeps up the pressure, but plays aggressive with his MG-14, but now he knows the sniper's about to really shouldn't be doing that. Grenadiers, again Fahu overextending, rather weakened forces. Not a huge fan of that. Come on, repair the Panther. Just stop it and get to it. Schnell. And looks like another Panzer IV arrives. Just stop moving it about. They can't repair it if it's moving. You probably wasted a lot of time doing that, Fahu. But Fahu's also lost quite a bit of infantry, partly because he keeps exposing it in rather ridiculous manners. More Guards infantry arriving for Apfelsaft. Panther getting repaired. But again, the question rather becomes, why did he choose this doctrine if he isn't using anything of it? And I mean, that pretty much describes a lot of those who actually use the doctrine. They don't actually use it half the time. Now the Panther will need to get out of there again. Fahu really hadn't thought that one out, in particular since he hadn't secured the nearby area. Pioneer's already dead. Panther will need to get out of there. Now, of course, you'll need to deal with the H-85. Blitz up the Panther. Blitz it up. Blitz it up. It actually becomes harder to hit as well. Blitz it. No, come on, Fahu. Please. Do something. And there we go. Panzers might go down. They need to retreat. Panther down. Fahu wasted it. Panther Grenadiers need to retreat. Du lieber. For someone who claims to be incredible, he does seem to be doing some incredibly poorly conceived moves at times.
Make it quick. The communists are coming.
Apfelsaft keeps up the pressure though,
Your command?
taking advantage of Fahu's mistakes. No infantry. That might want to move that Panzer IV up to deal with anything here. No, support the main effort. I have no idea why I didn't move it in to support the Panther that was damaged in the first place. That would probably have done him more good.
Guards reporting. Capture complete.
You want a sniper? The guards here.
And there we go. Guards infantry equipped with a Panzerschreck.
Mortar crew ready.
20 kills on the heavy mortar and no friendlies, by the way. That's impressive.
Your enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Panzer IV being set up to support a northern assault. That could be something.
Anti-tank rifle ready.
But Apfelsaft controlling the majority of the victory points for now.
Territory secured.
H-85 action advancing. Panzer IV. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. There we go. Hit. Need to pull back. So now moving towards the centre. Panzer is going to into. Oh no, Panzerschrecks. Much too slow in actually getting out there or attacking. Fahu, Fahu. You're going to lose another Panzer IV. Just makes this evening more exciting.
We are ready.
Guards, infantry going straight for the Grenadiers. Grenades and sniper fire. Ooh, the Grenadiers rather took a nasty hit from that.
Grenade!
Oh, Guards infantry squad was wiped out. That was pretty close.
Mortar ready for order. Enemy contact! You have orders?
Things are certainly tense, but Fahu has lost a lot of precious armour. Also infantry, but mostly the armour.
Supply sector under attack.
And he's only got one dead H-85 to show for it. Now seeing the Panzers making a direct assault, that could prove a bit dangerous.
Yes, comrade.
Can he pull it off?
We are losing territory.
Man down!
There you go, sniper fire against the Panzer Grenadiers.
Look for AT weapons.
Rising in the ranks.
Panzer Grenadiers need to retreat. Come on, Fahu.
The sector is at risk.
Contact. Enemy in.
There you go, Fahu once more forced to abandon the front line. Ooh! Conscript went down. That mortar crew might not be as popular after the fight as it might want to be.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
And of course, the question is, what shall Fahu's response be to all of this? Will he now try going for a elephant tank destroyer?
Guard squad ready.
Or will he end up just achieving absolutely nothing with his doctrinal choice rather than something that could have actually helped him? Like something with smoke discharges for his tanks. Something considerably more useful than nothing at all. Popping over to him. No, he's getting another Panther. And again, he's getting spotter scopes, but he's not really achieving anything with them because he keeps moving his tanks and well, ultimately doesn't do much with it. Ooh. And now he's actually been forced back with heavy losses. And Apfelsaft seems to be more on the rise as of now.
Schützen here.
A bit of quiet. 3 squads of Panzergunners for the 18th.
We are ready for action.
There we go, light machine gun turning into the conscript. Rifle grenade almost worked, didn't quite though. And he might be very soon to getting the veterancy free bit there for the grenadiers. Oh, conscript trying to. Oh, there we go, commoneers mining the bridge with a demo check. No, don't move into the bridge. Oh no, no, 9. That was close. That could have gone very, very unpleasant. There we go. Second Panther moving out and getting both upgrades for it. Not 1 but 2.
Our machine gun turret has been installed.
Shall he achieve something of importance with it?
The enemy is taking our territory.
Enemy Panzer has opened up.
And there we go. 3 sniper teams, by the way. 3, but looks like 1. Oh, sniper down, sniper down. Down, down. There. And these 2 snipers could also be in trouble. They're getting caught by the Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer actually gives up on the 100, the H-85.
Standing by.
And there we go, making use of the veterancy ability for the snipers. He might be trying to lure him into the demo chart, but looks like Fahu is not biting on the bait. There we go, H-85 abandoned. Fahu actually pulled it off. His Panzergunners though might want. Yes, they are getting out of there. Mortar might be in trouble. There we go, Panther needs to get out of there. Panther needs to get out of there. And these Panzergunners. Oh, Panzergunner squad wiped out. Come on, Fahu, get some more infantry out. Schnell. But still well used there of Apfelsaft and his veterancy abilities. Again, it does show some difference in the measure of players' ability if they actually use the veterancy abilities rather than they don't. Since they do in several cases actually add something. Grenadiers versus Guards Infantry. Panther moving up. Panzer Grenadiers keeping the rear covered. Oh, the MG-42 is going to get flanked by the sniper teams. Going to need to get out of there. And I don't. Oh, Fahu. A tragic shame. And Guards Infantry squad wiped out. Light machine gun left behind as well for the Reich to use. Another H-85 quickly rolling out onto the tracks from Apfelsaft.
The enemy is gaining a foothold. Panzer Grenadiers standing by.
And the Panzer Grenadiers squad with a couple of assault rifles and a light machine gun. And of course, just sort of give an idea, that is what you can actually see with a Panther, which is not all bad, considering anything that of course doesn't happen when you move it. And of course, remember, it doesn't quite have that range to fully use all that spawning. So don't move the Panther in like that, Fahu. You seem to have it, and then oh, Panther goes up here getting mortared. They need to get away, get away. And looks like the MG-42 is getting secured here. Sniper supporting. H-85 moving in. Guards Infantry. Panther could be in trouble. Ooh, running conscripts. Panzer 4 on the way for Fahu. There we go, anti-tank grenade damages the engine. H-85 following up quickly. No support for the Panther as usual. Grenadiers arriving on the Panzer is getting stopped by the sniper MG combo down south. Panther moving in, trying to catch that. Oh, and Panther went down. H-85 got it. Grenadiers getting caught in a pit of fire. They need to get out of there, Fahu. Come on, you're wasting units again. Come on, Fahu.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
Ow!
Requested units have arrived.
That just cost Apfelsaft his Veterancy Free Conscript Squad.
Territory taken. Push on.
South getting secured, but things are definitely getting less and less good
SC-32 turret is ready.
for Fahu, as more and more men are lost.
Alert! Grid point 778604 is taken. Granada!
Panzer Grenadiers versus conscripts, and the Panzer Grenadiers win.
See them before they see us.
And again, spotting scopes, more Panzer Grenadiers. Fahu might want to consider just getting some regular Grenadiers with light machine guns, more of those to help deal with the Soviet infantry as well. And the Panzer Grenadiers were lost, because again, Fahu sometimes apparently gets a bit reckless.
Grenadiers.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Panzer IV moving up. Oh, spotting the snipers, that would definitely be good. No, they managed to cloak. Less fortunate there. And there we go, of course, H-85 opening up. No idea why Fahu is rushing in the Panzer IV like that. Come on, Fahu, schnell, schnell.
Territory increases.
Don't do anything daft. Too daft anyways.
Sniper!
German troops moving in, getting sniped.
Kampfwagen is ready. Sharpshooter!
And there we go, Grenadier squad wiped out. No deep surprise there, but the snipers are actually taking losses. And we could see him use a bombing drop. That might actually work out somewhat if he actually decides to use it. Apparently he doesn't.
Panzer IV is a combat loss.
And the Panzer IV went down through the Guards infantry.
Watch for counterattacks.
Panzer is in to retreat. Come on, Fahu. Sorry about that. Apparently lost a few seconds. This is definitely not getting any easier as the night gets darker. And I'm getting more tired. Chase.
To steal our sector.
Few Panzers hiding here behind the trees. The snipers are unawares of the fate that awaits them.
Sniper!
And then they just run away. Bastards.
Yeah!
And of course, Fahu needs to be careful with the mortar around, since the mortar again from that position can cover a large portion of the map.
Are securing our territory. Location captured.
But Fahu barely has anything left. Barely.
Down to 50 points.
He's lost so much. A lot of it a bit senseless, to be frank.
Enemy is taking our territory.
And a maxim just to delay any remaining infantry that Fahu has. Well done, Apfelsaft. There you go, Panzer squad wiped out. Speeding things up a bit.
Press on. The enemy has 25 points.
Oh, come on, Fahu, why must you do this? There you go, pretty much nothing left, and there you go, looks like Fahu gave up. Despite being so close to victory, he ultimately fumbled away so many good chances, and again, the doctrinal choice really didn't end up amounting to much. So again, it's rather Fahu making some of the repeated mistakes he made from the previous game. He's got some good things going for him, rifle grenades, all that, but his armor usage, problematic, he doesn't use his veteran's abilities, and again, his doctrinal choice is the same one, and it's utter rubbish. So that, of course, is quite important to remember. Apfelsaft, of course, continuing to punish, continuing to play quite nicely. Good usage of H-85, good work in basically spotting out Fahu's weaknesses and going straight for them. I mean, things were close a few times, but ultimately Apfelsaft was able to bounce back and really take the fight. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it, and pardon for all the mess. Sorry. Cheers.